Previously.
Put the pills in the water, so every time I wash my face or something, I get high a little bit or some such. I don't know.
Soon.
And then he's like, Durgam Gordon. I'm like, bull! That is not Durgam Gordon. That is Henry, the I have wives I kill until they give me a male heir, the 8th. We've gone around, we've talked to a bunch of different people just about various things. And we go upstairs here. Oh, actually, maybe not upstairs yet. Let's go outside first, really briefly. Okay, so if we go just here, this fencing here that's crushed is where William, our grandfather, fell and died. This is the tower from which he plummeted. Now, if we go back and go up the stairs here, over this way is the old wing. That's what it's called, the old wing. And this leads us to the base of the tower. So there's the attic here. And on the opposite end of the attic from where we entered there is a locked door that is an entrance to the tower where William is. Presumably at some point we'll find the key.
I have no idea where the key could be.
But
I should ask Victoria.
There. Now he says we should ask Victoria, but now maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm mistaken. But I swear, after getting that, I went back to try to talk to Victoria, and he said he shouldn't disturb her. But I'm probably wrong. I'm probably misremembering. So anyway, that's more or less where we've left things off. We also have something upstairs, or not upstairs. Something up on the door, above the door jamb to our room. Or on top of the lintel, I guess you might say. That we cannot reach. So we need something, a crate, a chair, a box, something to get up there on the top of the door frame.
I cannot see there. It's too high.
But I've not been able to drag. So there's basins with has water in it for washing, so I can't move that. It doesn't let me. I click it, it just washes my. These don't let me select them to drag them anywhere, and nothing else around here is interactive either. So we have to find an item of some kind if we're ever going to look up here. Right now, these are the items we have. So we don't really have any way of looking on top right now. I did already look at, and unless I missed something, in which case I would be wrong, different items throughout the hall here and did not find anything that would allow us to take it, drag it. I did find a crate in the old wing or the attic, one of the two, I think. Victoria back in her room, she might actually, that's where anyway, but the crate did not allow me to drag it pick it up temporarily.
Victoria is in the common room.
Okay, she's still down there then. So I'll go back to the wing one more time and go to the attic again, just to make sure, but I don't believe there is anything I can do. Oh, oops, I also forgot. So, presumably, well, I guess I shouldn't. Possibly later, this balcony could be useful to spot something we otherwise might not, some such. But for now, This is where the balcony takes us. We don't get a perspective change to look out this way, so this doesn't really give us as far as that goes. And I don't see anything over here really to interact with except for going back inside. Up here is the tower, right, which makes sense. We stopped here halfway down this hall, enter the attic, which then connects to the tower, so that makes sense, having that. Let's see, this chair says yet negatory infinity over. Dead fireplace just has him say something for now, but most of the time, if you were just getting flavor text, you click an item, the flavor text shows, and then you cannot click it again. In this game, that's the way it's been working. However, this, even though I've already clicked it before, remains red and still interactive, so I'm not sure what that means.
Just ashes.
I wonder if that means later on we'll pick up the ashes from the fireplace. I should actually, now that I thought about it, I should do a blog tomorrow morning. So that I can give people the state of things. And then I need to also make a point of blogging much more often. Every couple of weeks should not be too. All just that shit. I can't remember if this is locked or if we just didn't find anything in it. I can't remember.
It's locked.
Locked. It's locked. It's locked, all right. None of these. Although, in fairness, these are cardboard boxes. Would you really want to stand on these? Even if they had jars or cans or something in them, you pretty much have no structural strength to hold your weight with this kind of container. So all of your weight would be on whatever was inside, very likely to crush it. Not really sure I would, but if it seems like a bit. I can't go any farther this way. It acts kind of like I might be able to, but I can't. Okay. But like I said before, these chairs, even if I wanted to, these boxes, these crates, none of these interact. So I think for now at least, we will not have something to use. We'll have to try that again later. So let's, because we know we need to do it anyway, head to the common room, see if we can have a talk with Victoria, even if it's really short. I'm glad I discovered this game actually does allow you to do a quick jump. Double click here and I don't have to watch the animation of him walking. Good. I like the animations. Decent quality for when this was made.
I know I should leave Victoria alone, but I must ask her about the key to William's study in the tower.
Okay, good. I thought he was just going to be like, I should leave Victoria alone, and then that was going to be it. I was like, why you tell me how to go see Victoria if I need to leave Victoria alone, you weirdo? Before we talk to her, I don't know that it will, but just in case that moves us on, we're not locked up, temporarily barred from the again. I would like to examine whatever is around here. Okay, so let's just start around. We found drawers there. Was there anything besides drawers once I back out? And I'm also, of course, keeping in mind essentially this little on the magazines, coffee table, chairs, like to possibly allow me to boost up higher to see what's on top of the door. Okay, so I don't think anything else over here.
I have nothing to look for in these drawers. It most likely contains Victoria's personal things. I won't be opening it.
Won't be opening it. See, then this after the second one, there's the initial flavor text. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes you can click a second time, get a little bit more text, but then after that, the indicator is no longer red. It's green. So that would be your signal that you exhausted all the options that particular.
One of my distant ancestors, Durgam Gordon. This canvas is at least 300 years old. Strange that time has not faded it.
Has he ever heard of... what's his name? Crud, I don't remember his name. The character, the guy who has the painting ages. As long as the painting is aging and not destroyed or anything, he will not age. You remember that tale?
Durgam Gordon.
Dorian Gray, thank you. I don't know why I was having a brain fart. Yes, Dorian Gray, exactly. Yep. Yeah, you're right. Durgam Gordon does look like Henry VIII. Ridiculous, right? It's like, I was gonna say his Henry, like I was gonna say, oh, his ancestor his ancestor is Henry, and then he's like Durgam Gordon. I'm like, bull! That is not Durgam Gordon. That is Henry. I have wives I kill until they give me a male heir. The 8th.
An old issue of a magazine on nature, Nature Will. There is nothing interesting in the magazine.
Shh, a little judgmental, don't you think? You don't have anything interesting to say. Why would I even bother? Okay, douche. I like to give them crap because they're supposed to be an elite family, right? So I try to pretend like they're snobs and stuff. And
Lucky Arrow. 9 victories in 1 season.
And in fairness...
I can't remember the name. Probably one of the older stallions. Yes, 1890.
In fairness, some of them are judgmental a-holes, but I'm not saying our character is. What is our character's name? Nathan? Nathan Gordon? Something like that. I can't remember for sure. William was the grandfather. Victoria was like the great aunt or whatever. Anyway.
Lucky Arrow, 1890.
Yeah.
In the past, we used to have our own stable of full-blooded stallions. Some of them won many races. All that fame is long lost now. A souvenir of one of our champion horses.
Yeah. See, that's kind of a going theme throughout this game. Every place you go just about has really grand things, right? Giant portraits, fancy wallpaper, gilded things of various kinds. You have gilded candelabras, you have gilded molding, you having freaking stand here with this lantern gilded, right? So it's very, very expensive, very pricey. So obviously a well-to-do family, very well-to-do. But everything is in decay. Everything is in the process of going under. Whether or not we save the family, I don't know. But the point is that this is kind of a problem. Family is on hard times, elite or not. Yep. Okay, let's see if there's anything else in here really briefly. I don't think so. I think just over here. Doesn't and okay. So I do believe that's it. Just the common room and talk to her.
Victoria, I know you want to be alone, but I must ask you about something that only you can answer.
Maybe it will help to get some fresh thoughts. Memories can become so tiring. During the last few years, I have had plenty of time with my thoughts. What is it that you want to talk about, Samuel?
Samuel. That's our name. Samuel. Yeah, let's just work left to right. Well, let's do William maybe last, because I don't know if that'll upset her. Well, let's go through all the others.
I hoped I would not have to return to this place ever again. And even now, I'm not sure if I should have.
I did not dare hope you would come. The letters to you were all returned, and no one from the family had seen you in years. As time passed, we assumed you were dead.
I didn't open a single one of them. I wanted to forget it all. Only that morning letter. I had to open that one. Maybe I should have left it unread, like the other ones.
Your words are cold, Samuel.
If it hadn't been for William's death, I would have never returned. I returned because of William only. I don't expect you to understand it.
That's everybody in the family has been acting like Samuel is this huge traitor. Well, traitor is maybe a bad word, but is a wrong word. They act like he has abandoned the entire family. Like he's embarrassed of them or wants nothing to do with them or something. When in fact, I personally don't know for sure. Obviously, I've never played this before. I have no idea for sure. I'm just piecing together based on what we've seen so far. I personally feel like he might have left because of whatever happened to Elizabeth, the woman that he misses when he goes to his room, especially, and sees like a picture of her. So whoever that is, whatever happened there, I think that is a bad, really, really painful memory for him. And so he left to get away from that so he could try to live his life or some semblance of a life without constantly being reminded about her and whatever tragedy befell her. I don't know the details of that, just whatever it was. And also, it feels like, given how some people have responded, he might be, and I'm not talking about his leaving the place, but just he in general might be under some judgment by some people in the family, as in they're being judgmental of him. They're looking down on him for some reason. And I think that combination of things has played its role in his desire to stay. I don't know for sure, of course, like I said, but it feels like things are something along those lines. That they're struggling and it's not been healed, whatever is tension between them. He's still struggling with it. But he came back because of William specifically.
Bates isn't looking well. He's old and very tired. He should take a rest.
I would suggest that to him myself, but I know he does not want to be alone right now. He and William were friends long before I knew him. He has worked here all his life, just like his father before him. He feels comfortable to be with us, I am sure.
Not mean to get on like a big soapbox or something. I'm just saying it seems like this family has suffered a degree of that, right? He doesn't even want to be around anybody. He only came back because of William, for example. So he obviously at least is on the outs with his family, if nothing else. But it feels like there's more. Like there's some burr or kernel shoved underneath one of his nails, and it's been irritating him for years, and he hasn't been able to get it out.
That person who was with us at the funeral, who is he?
Dr. Herman, our family physician. But it would be more accurate to say our family friend.
I had never heard of him.
Well, how could you? He moved here long after you had gone away. He's a good man. He was a friend to William and has helped us a good deal. Until William began avoiding people, they were often together. Why are you interested in Heinz?
I don't know him, so I wanted to know who he is.
Okay. That's about
Do
her.
you need anything, Victoria?
No, thank you, Samuel. I am all right. Maybe just... No, you needn't worry. I'll ask Bates.
She does need something, but okay.
That new gardener, Henry. I've heard he drinks.
He is not new here. He has been working for us for over a year now. What you have heard is true, but it does not happen very often. Except for that particular habit, he is polite and hard-working.
I'm surprised you're saying this. Does his drinking not bother you?
Well, I do, but I would have trouble finding anyone else for the job.
Replacing him with a new gardener couldn't possibly be a problem, could it?
Maybe not a few years ago, but now... You haven't been here in a long time. A lot has changed, Samuel. No one wants to work for us, not after what happened. People are superstitious. They see dark forces in everything. I'm glad that he has stayed, even if my garden looks so miserable. But why are you asking about Henry? Is it that you know something about him that I should know too?
What? Do I know something about him that she should also know? Oh, there is the wine bottle, but he asked us not to say anything. We kind of implied that we... I should probably say no. Give our word. I'm trying to think if there's anything else he said that we haven't made. I don't think so. I'm gonna say no. Yeah, Downton Abbey, or possibly like things like Emma or similar kinds of...
No, not really. I'll keep my eye on him, though.
Mirror?
I spoke with Robert about the old wing. He said its walls were the only remnants of the original castle.
That is true. It is all that survived the burn.
I do not recall anyone that had conquered the castle in the past.
No one conquered it, at least not in the true sense of the word. The castle was half destroyed in a conflict between the first Gordons. Marcus knew he could not rise against his brother's people directly. Therefore, he decided to take him by surprise in the secret chapel deep under the castle. Mordred realized this too late, and the consequences were terrible. But those are merely old legends. Just old stories.
So what you're saying is they're just stories, and pretty old ones at that. I don't know why you would clarify this.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy.
Oh,
that's so sad.